Hello friends, law of attraction, does it really work? Say I'm a very poor person, I want to become rich. Will I become rich if I believe so? The answer is yes, if you believe, you will definitely become. But let me tell you something even more interesting. If you expect someone around you to become rich and successful as well, they also would become rich and successful. Isn't that interesting? Let's discuss about these mental models today. Let's join. Hello friends, you're watching Sendil Shares. I'm your Sendil. So whenever someone says law of attraction, people ask like a typical question. Okay, say law of attraction works, I want 100 crores, will I get it? The point here is, if you desire to make 100 crores, I'm not sure whether you will make it, but if you believe that you will make 100 crores, then absolutely, you will definitely make that 100 crore. So what does that believe mean? It's very, very difficult to believe you. Do you know that? It's easy to make someone else believe you, but it's very, very hard to make yourself believe in you. Say for example, I want to become, I think that I'm good at singing. How do I believe? Somebody should come and say, okay, Sendil, you're singing well, your voice is so sweet. Only then I will believe, right? So for me to believe certain things, I need some proof, right? Only the proof will make the belief stronger. And only when you have a stronger belief, that will lead into thoughts, and the thoughts will lead into actions, and only actions will produce the results. But for everything, the kingpin is nothing but the belief. So how do I generate belief? You can see that you can assume belief to be something like a table with multiple legs. For the table to be strong and stable, you need the legs to be strong and stable as well. And those legs are nothing but the proof. And I can classify these proofs into two parts. One being internal, another one being external. Internal is something that you can control, that you are producing this kind of proof. And external being something that is coming out from the external world. And in the internal part, psychologist Carol Dweck says that mindset is very, very important, and he classifies mindset into two. One being fixed mindset, another one being a growth mindset. So saying things like, I'm a smart person, maths doesn't come to me, I can't speak in English, business is not for me, sales is not my cup of coffee. So all these things where you're predetermined and you believe that things can't change over time and effort, then it's a fixed mindset. Whether it's a good or a negative one, if you're thinking that things are fixed, it can't change over time, it's a fixed mindset, and it's very, very dangerous to be having a fixed mindset. I'll tell you why. Let's say you think that maths is not for me, then even if Ramanuja comes down and teaches you mathematics, it will be difficult for you. Similarly, if someone believes that he is very good at mathematics, he cannot take any failure in a maths at all. If he goes for an exam, if he doesn't score 100, it hurts his identity. If he doesn't qualify in a math Olympiad, it hurts his identity. So they wouldn't be able to accept any failure as a stepping stone at all if you're having a fixed mindset. Whereas on the other end, if you're having a growth mindset, it means that things can change with time and effort. So I might not be so good at singing, but if you believe that with practice I'll get better, then that's a growth mindset. And this is what the mindset that we need in this century as well. But unfortunately, our school system is the major reason why we are developing this fixed mindset. Because right from our kindergarten, our school system is labeling us, saying that he's a smart kid, he's very good at mathematics, he's very good at painting, maths is not for him, science doesn't come to him, maybe make him choose something like commerce. So we are always labeling our students. The teachers accepted it, the parents accepted it, and the students also believed so, and they became so. So we have to overcome this fixed mindset. So if there are parents and teachers watching this video, I highly recommend people to nurture or sow the seeds of growth mindset within our students. You might ask, how do I do it, Sandil? Let me tell you. Let me give you a tips here. So For example, if someone scores 100 in mathematics, don't say you're good in maths. Say that, well done. You have put in so much effort and it has paid off. Laud their effort, appreciate their efforts and not the outcome. If you are able to create that, what happens is, even when someone loses in a competition, they will say that, oh, I have put in less effort, hence I couldn't win. Maybe with better effort, I can win the next time. That's what we need, a growth mindset. And it's the responsibility of teachers, parents, and also in the corporate place, like managers. Don't try to label your employees. At many times, I have labeled my employees as well, and I feel guilty of that now. So always try to nurture a growth mindset even in your employees. So this is the internal part. Now let's jump into the external part, which is the exciting part comes in. So there are two here. One is Pygmalion effort, another one being the Golem effort. The Pygmalion effort says that if you expect something high out of people, they will produce high exceptional results. And Golem effect says that if you expect something low out of people, they tend to produce very low output. There have been decades of research that have been gone into this space. I'll tell you an interesting research example itself. So there was a school where there was a new teacher coming in, and the teacher was told that here are your students. This class is a bunch of intelligent students, and this class is like a poor bunch of students. And the teacher believed it. At the end of the year, the students who were considered to be smart scored more, like exceptional scores, and the students who were considered poor had a very, very minimal performance. What are the reason? It's because the teacher had a high expectation over these people and low expectation over these poor students. And not just the expectation. If you're expecting something higher out of people, what you tend to do? You tend to have more feedback with them. You tend to answer their questions very seriously. Whereas if you're expecting low out of people, you don't tend to spend time with them. Those behaviors actually created those effort. So it's very, very proven that high expectations lead to high performance. A practical example for this would be a Zoho University run by Sridhar Vembu. What he does is he picks up students like rural poor students from the villages, remote villages in Tamil Nadu, like Tenkasi and so on, like +2 students, +2 dropped outs, failed in +2, diploma students. He handpicks them and trains them to make them to be one of the best programmers out there. So he takes this 2 years of preparation for all these things, and he's able to produce exceptional programmers. How is that even possible? It's because of Pygmalion effect in action. If someone, a respected leader like Sridhar Vembu, is believing in these young students and setting high expectations for them, even those students, right, if you're in the shoes of them, what will happen? Even though these students felt that programming is not for me, I cannot become a competent programmer, they're having a fixed mindset. But if someone is setting a high expectation on them, they're able to overcome it. They're saying, if Sridhar Vembu is believing in us, let's put in some effort. Maybe in the next couple of years, if I put in truly good effort, maybe I will grow to become a good programmer. That's what happened. Their fixed mindset changed into a growth mindset with a high expectation laid out by Sridhar Vembu, and hence they are becoming exceptional programmers. So it works. If you're asking for a classic example where both Golem and Pygmalion effect comes into play, it's horoscope. If you're looking at your horoscope for this year and the guy says, this year is going to be a super duper year for you, whatever you do will be successful, what happens there? Those words, those expectations by the horoscope acts as like a proof for your table. I told you about the table and legs, right? So it acts like one of the leg, and it becomes your belief as well. Okay, maybe this year if I do anything, I'll become successful. And the vice versa as well. If the horoscope says it's a poor year for you, and if you believe in that, it acts as a proof for you, and hence you tend to perform lower as well. So does it mean that the external world controls us, the external thoughts control us? Only if you let it. So as I said, these are just one leg, right? If someone says you won't succeed, like I'm not expecting something higher out of people, you won't do well, it's just one reference, right? It's just one leg. So there are multiple legs that you can create with a growth mindset. If you can create tiny wins, you can definitely move the number of proofs favoring you and hence your belief will become stronger and you will turn out to be successful. So having said all these things, you might ask another question as well. So if I set high expectations, will that all be enough? My child scores like 40% in this subject. If I expect him to or her to score 100%, is it all enough? No, it's not enough. You have to create the necessary support system as well. Sridhar Vemu just didn't say these children will grow up in life. He created the university, the supporting ecosystem to make that happen, right? So with the right ecosystem, support system, high expectations will always work. That's what the research also says. The different leadership styles have been studied very recently. It was told that the Pygmalion style of leadership is the most effective style of leadership for a reason, because high expectations will lead to high performance with a good support system. That can be another interesting question as well. Okay, if I'm a manager, maybe I'll set high expectations. I'm a fresher, I'm an employee myself, what can I do here? Your job is to make sure you create a best impression, a first best impression on your managers, because if they have a good impression on you, they tend to expect high out of you, and hence you will have like a very good growth trajectory in your career. And that's why it is very, very critical to have the best first line of managers, because if your company has a good first line of managers, they tend to create high expectation of the people, and hence the company will grow along with the team. So choose your first line of managers very, very meticulously, and it will work. The same goes with colleges as well. The first semester, make sure the good faculties are going to handle the freshers, and they create high expectations, thereby making a very good academic career for the students as well. So these are the things that we wanted to share with you today as well. So high expectations will always produce exceptional results. But the hard thing, after telling all these things, the hard thing for me is that we are actually very, very gracious, lavish when it comes to Golem effect and not Pygmalion effect. We hardly expect something high out of people, but we are very, very, very graceful and lavish in our Golem effect. That is, we have low expression out of people. I've seen parents saying that education is not for my girl, and I don't have something high out of her. I've seen managers saying that this team will not finish this project. I've seen sales leaders saying this guy will not pick up sales. So we are very lavish when it comes to creating low expectations, and hence they tend up creating low performance as well. So let's be more lavish when it comes to creating the Pygmalion effect. Set high expectations so that your members produce exceptional results. So that's the key thing that I wanted to convey here as well. So let me quickly summarize everything that we have seen now. So it's only actions will produce results, but the actions are controlled by the thoughts, and thoughts are controlled by your belief system. So if you have a strong belief on certain things, you will definitely achieve it. And the beliefs are controlled by two factors, internal and external factor. The internal factor matters the most there. And it is very much recommended to have a growth mindset. And if you're having a fixed mindset, just after this video, just self-introspect yourself whether you are having a growth mindset or a fixed mindset. If you find you have a fixed mindset in certain fields, try to adapt it into a growth mindset, and you can see a lot of progress happening in your personal and professional life as well. I hope this video was much useful for all of you. Please share this with your friends and family. So until I see you in the next video, take care, stay safe, bye-bye.